Hello everyone, my name is 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤 and today I will be showing you my K-pop collection, my K-pop albums collection as of October 2019. So the next albums that I bought were I Am Not. I believe it's the I Am and Not version. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's the correct order. These two didn't come with a poster. So yeah, we will begin with this one because this one is also my problematic album, which means that the pages weren't glued to the spine well and they actually came off. I'm gonna have to be extra careful with this because it's ripped, but yeah, I'm gonna flip through the photo book real quick. Okay, wait, I'm gonna show you the ripped pages first so I can be more free with my movement. And then there is this, I Am Not, and then this used to be my favorite photo. So yeah, then this one was also one of my favorite photos. And yeah, also I'm very sad that Woojin left the group. He was actually such an important member to me. Like, everyone is important, obviously. I'm a 𝙈𝙪𝙨𝙤𝙨 stan, but I don't know, like, I was super sad that he left and all, and I kept crying for hours, to be honest. But I really hope that he's healthy and happy wherever he is or whatever he does. I'm never gonna stop supporting him or Stray Kids for any reason, so yeah. Then it's Chan and Jongin, Hyunjin, and then I'm gonna have to be extra careful with my movements because I don't want any more pages to come off. So I'm gonna flip through this real quick. I've actually made it my goal, I guess, to collect all Stray Kids albums, like everything that comes out. So I'm currently missing I Am Who, Yellowood, and yeah, and MIROH's 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤 version. But Yellowood and I Am Who are on their way and they're going to arrive this month. So I'm so happy, to be honest. No, actually not this month, like November, at some point in November. But yeah, then there are the notes I forgot to show you, and everyone had their own page for their notes. And they are all so pretty, like all the not pretty, they're like a different kind of pretty, not like cute or something, you know. But yeah, they're still very nice shots, and I wish I could translate them for you, but I cannot. And Felix actually wrote a whole paragraph in English, which I appreciate a lot because it's the only thing that I can read as an international fan. But yeah, then there are a few more shots of everyone after each note, and then two group photos, two group shots, and then the songs and their lyrics, credits, and I think Stray Kids thanks to one more credits, I'm not sure. And let me take this out. And then they also came with this Coca-Cola advertisement, which was pretty cute and funny, so I kept it. I really did not expect that. And then there is the CD, which is very pretty. Let me show you my pools. These are all my original pools. So yeah, the first one is this unit card with a message in the back. And Felix used to be my bias, and Chan was my bias record at the time, and you're going to see that in all these past albums he was hunting me. I got him in like almost every album, so yeah. Then it's Seungmin's baby photo, which is so cute. Look at these cheeks. To be honest, he's such a cutie. He still is. And here is Seungmin in 2018. Honestly, I don't see no difference. But yeah, these are all my pulls. They all have messages. At the back, expect the baby photo card, which has a message. But yeah, putting these back in, I'm gonna show you the album real quick because I forgot to do that. I wish I could have noticed it earlier so I could contact the seller, but I had noticed that they were not pretty well glued, but they hadn't come out yet, so I didn't tell anyone. So yeah, this is the front. And the back, here it says I am not an 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤 Stray Kids. This is the side. So yeah, on to the next version, the blue one, which is my favorite. So opening it, this is Woojin's drawing. The other one that I did not show in detail because I was worried was Hyunjin's, and here it says Kim Woojin. I can read that, and here he says 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤, which I found very funny and cute, so I needed to share that. So yeah, I believe that these are all the things that make him Kim Woojin, so like his favorite things, I guess. So yeah, 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤, I'm not. Then I'm gonna flip through the album real quick. That was such a good era for Woojin, to be honest. Like, these photos are just perfect. I also like MIROH's photo here, and Seungmin's hair was gold. To be honest, I think I liked Chan in the other version better, like his styling. Like, don't get me wrong, I always liked Chan, but I think the other photoshoot styling was better for me. Like, I think I liked it better. Seungmin looks so different here, to be honest. Like, from what he looks like in, not real life, but I haven't seen him in real life, but you know, like from what he looks like in shows or concerts and stuff. This is such a cool photo though. Like, when I flipped through it accidentally when I first opened it, I was so shook. And there are these group photos and individual shots. They're all super nice. And then there are the notes, and I really like the fact that, but Chan looks so good here, to be honest. Anyway, I really like the fact that they didn't have so many blanks, like blank pages or anything. Like, the whole photo book was, almost everything was their photos, unlike BTS's or Blackpink's. But yeah, I think that they Yellowood did a very good job with their photo books and the albums in general. Oh. And then there are group photos again and individual shots. This must be my favorite picture of Chan in the whole photo book. And then an alt 9 one, and then tracks and lyrics and credits with the advertisement, obviously. And then there are my pulls and the CD. This is the CD. It's very pretty. I really like this design with like door opening and stuff. It's just very nice. And these two albums came with nice photo cards each. So yeah, this is Tan and Sangmin at the back, then Felix and Jungin at the back, then Sangmin and San again because of the double album, then Hyunjin and Woojin at the back, group photo card with MIROH, not photo card, postcard I meant, Han with Sungmin, and again MIROH, and I think we went through all of them, I believe, yeah. And I'll put them right here. And then my pools are these unit card with a message at the back, then Jongin with his own message, and Hyunjin's baby photo card. He's so cute, like, but yeah, my best friend was begging me to give it to her, but I obviously said no. This was I Am Not both versions, and on to the next clip. So hello guys, I am back outside. As you can see, it's a few days after the first part was filmed, and I will be showing you the rest of my K-pop collection, which thankfully is only 3 more albums. And I'm gonna start with I Am You. Okay, so these two came with 1 poster each, and I'm gonna show them later. I'm gonna start with this version first, which I don't remember again the versions. I'm very bad at remembering versions, and well, I guess that's okay. I'm just gonna write it somewhere here. So yeah, at the front it says I am you and you make Stray Kids stay. Stray Kids at the bottom. These are some very pretty colors, and at the back is just this like fading building kind of thing with the Comcast sticker, the old Comcast sticker. Okay, whatever. Then Stray Kids, I Am You, and under Stray Kids says 3rd mini album. But yeah, and then I'm gonna flip through the photo book. Oh yeah, this is the track list, and I'm gonna flip through the photo book real quick. Here, I wish you could feel it, but this is not the texture of the rest of the pages. This is like paper, but this is like more plastic. So when I opened it, I was like, oh, so this ain't the texture of the pages. Oh, interesting. But then when you flip it, there is this like mirror kind of page, and if you do it like that, you can see the I See Me in You. But I'm not gonna stay in the mirror page for too long because you can actually see my face. But yeah, here again, Stray Kids, the track list with the credits and who composed the lyrics and stuff. And obviously, again, in all of the tracks, it says 3 Racha. And in most of them, it's actually Bangchan and Sangmin, I think. Yeah, here I can see Sangmin and... oh, what? Hyunjin actually helped here. And IN in You. Wow, I actually didn't know that. I hadn't really read the lyrics before, but I Am You is composed by Bangchan, Sangmin, and Han. So the whole of Racha. And then Hyun, which I'm pretty positive the English translation of is By My Side or My Side or something. It's composed by Bangchan, Sangmin, and Han again. And yeah, majority of them is actually by them and some like other producers. But I was actually very shocked that Hyunjin and IN helped with the intro You. I had never heard of that before, like literally, but whatever. Okay, so yeah, first page, this is the first, yeah. Bangtan, Felix, Changbin. I'm just gonna like not say the names and just skip through them pretty quickly. This video is turning out to be very, very, very long, like much longer than I anticipated, and there's going to be a lot of editing done, and it's just, yeah, that's pretty tiring, so I'm just gonna be pretty quick for this. I wish I hadn't lost all the footage from the unboxing, because this came I think in April, which is like around 7 months ago, and I lost the footage unfortunately. But like I had filmed an unboxing for both I Am Not and I Am You all versions, and I think MIROH too, but I lost the footage. Something happened, they got deleted, and I just couldn't bring myself to refilm them because it's never the same. And yeah, I forgot to mention that in these few pages they go in pairs, and in each page the person that I have realized that the person that is like showing more is the person that drew the other one. So like Felix here drew himself and Changbin, and Changbin here drew himself and Hyunjin, which is very, very cute. And yeah, I Am You, you make Stray Kids Stay, and then there are the unit photos, unit photo shoots. This is such a lovely picture. Like, I know that I said that I wouldn't talk too much, but this is such a cute picture. It must be one of my favorite of this version. And then Felix, Ayan, Hyunjin, and Lino, and then solo pictures. The blue in the sky, like the time that they took these photos, is so beautiful. Like, I just can't stop looking at them. It's so aesthetic, so pleasing to look at. But yeah, I'm trying not to be too silent, but then again not talk too much which is a weird thing to balance out when I have just started YouTube, to be honest, but I'll be fine. And then it's their notes, and this picture is very rude like, yeah, this makes me feel some kind of way. And then Woojin, oh my baby, and then Mino, Changbin. Everyone has wrote quite a few things, and I wish I could read them or translate them to you guys, but I can't, unfortunately. I don't speak Korean. I can only read it, and very in a very minimum level, like I have just started basically. But yeah, and Sungmin looks so much like Wonpil in this one photo right here. Can you see that? Anyways, and if you don't know who Wonpil is, it's basically the pianist from Day 6. You make Stray Kids Stay with this glitch effect that I love so much. And then a few more unit photos. And I think there's some solo ones. Oh no, it's the other version. Okay. Yeah, some unit photos. Then all 9 of them. This is such a nice photo. I wish I had it in poster, but I actually don't. And this pink is also very nice. And then Stray Kids going places. Like, that's so cool, isn't it? And then the track list with the lyrics this time. And yeah, my favorite B-side must be either 0325, Kukwa Cook, which I think translates to NS, which is weird, and Haejanguk, Hira Soup. But my favorite song is I Am You, and I Am You is actually one of my favorite. It's one of my all-time favorites from Stray Kids. So yeah, here is the track list. And then again, you make Stray Kids Stay, and Stray Kids with this even glitter effect. But yeah, and then I See Myself in You, which are some very nice lyrics in my opinion. I really like them. And Stray Kids Thanks To, credits, and then the goodies, which I'm gonna show you last. Here is the CD. I Am You, as you can see, I am is very shiny, but blue is like just this purplish blue color. And you make Stray Kids Stay with a city skyline. Again, very nice. And the track list is also here again. And showing you my pools, and I'm gonna start with this blue one, which says the unit card, and I got MIROH and Changbin. I already knew that, obviously, that's why there's not a big reaction. And then with this pink one, I got Chan, my bias. Oh god, yeah, I was very okay. And Chan again, and basically back at the time, Felix was my bias. I think I mentioned that in the I Am Not video, but Felix used to be my bias, and I pulled Chan like 4 or 5 times, and I was obviously happy because he was my bias trigger, but now I'm even happier. And yeah, I remember just being very sad that I didn't pull Felix, and yeah, I just want to pull Felix, and now I just want to pull Bangtan in my next unboxings, you know. So this is one version, and I'm gonna put the clip of what I believe is this one's poster right here. But yeah, it's as big as the other ones, but it's a vertical one, and I'm sorry, but I don't remember which version it came with. But yeah, this is it. It's the 9 of them right here. There's beautiful sky, and I am you at the top. The next album, which is I think my favorite version as well, and not just because the blue is my favorite color, but it's just my favorite. It's just my favorite. Anyways, again, I Am You at the top with this very pretty bluish purplish color, and this like almost marker like. I don't know what they did, but it's just very pretty. And then you make Stray Kids Stay. All 9 of them here, and Stray Kids with these very pretty colors again. And then this is the back. Again, a fading sky kind of thing going on. And here it says Sukizu. And then Stray Kids' third mini album, I Am You, in blue letters this time. And this is the spine, and it says I Am You. And if you actually put them together, it's a mirroring effect, as if there is a reflection of the letters. Can you see that? I don't know how well you can see that, but it's basically mirroring the words, which is very aesthetically pleasing to me. I really like it. Oh yeah, this is the Kpop Market's gift, which I'm gonna show last with my pulls. But yeah, as I mentioned right now, I bought this from Kpop Market, and I bought them together. So I Am You, and then look at that, I pulled Chan, my then bias wrecker, my now ultimate bias. Yeah, he's very handsome, obviously. And then again, if you do that, you can see I See Me in You. I'm trying to show the whole picture, but not show my face too. But yeah, then the track list again with all 9 of them, and Stray Kids here. And then this is also a very nice photo shoot. Like, I just really like this kind of black and white but with bluish stones. It was like very nice. Like, look at that. To be honest, Woojin's hair wasn't my favorite here, but it also kind of suits him. Like, I cannot see anyone else pulling his hair off, to be honest. It's like Sangin from day 6 with his like almost bald head. Like, I could not see anyone else pulling that off, but Sangin kind of did. Again, not going to introduce them to you guys because I'm pretty sure most of you know them. I hope you do, because they really deserve that. But yeah. Again, love unit photos split in 3, because for any new stays, Stray Kids used to be 9, now they're 8, unfortunately. Small notes from each member to the other. I'm pretty sure this is Hyunjin's. Okay, wait, I'm just gonna take that out because it keeps falling off. I'm not really sure how that works. I don't know if it's like a description of each other or notes to each other, because like I don't know if it's Hyunjin's note to Changbin or something, or each other's note to each other. Like, I don't know if that's confusing to you guys, but I'm not sure if Hyunjin wrote like a message to Changbin and Changbin to Hyunjin, and then Han to Hyunjin and Hyunjin to Han. Like, I'm just not sure if that's the case or if they kind of describe each other. Like here I noticed Han, and I don't know what that means. Like, I know it's Han, but I don't know if it means that Han wrote it or if it was directed to Han. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking now. I really like all the photos with the mirrors. It's super nice, super aesthetic. That's why it's my favorite book as well, because even though the other has it as well, there is this kind of photos that they're just gold to me, you know? And I really like this one specifically because I just found it so nice that Felix is holding the mirror and then Chan is holding a broken mirror, and you can see Chan through Felix mirrors. So, through Felix mirror, you know? Okay, moving on. Chang Lake's one of my favorite ships. And then Bang Chan, Han and Felix, their unit and solo photos. And it's also very helpful for new stays that it says their names in every solo or unit picture, because this way you can start recognizing them better, or like I cannot speak today, or like showing them off to other people and being like, oh yeah, can you recognize them? This is Lino, this is like Ian or something. Because I actually have a few friends that want to get into them, and I show my albums for them to like start learning them or something. And yeah, moving on. This is also one of my favorite photos, at least in this version, because look at all their smiles and how happy they seem. That's just a golden picture to me. And then their notes, their thanks to. It's in order of age as usual, and with very nice photos. Each one of them has very nice photos. And this is also one of my favorite pictures because it just seems so carefree and childlike, which is what they deserve. They deserve happiness. And then you make Stray Kids stay with this glitz effect that I love so much. And then it's their solo photos from the group version in the other version. But yeah, Chan looks so good with purple hair there. I think it suits him so much. And Mino must be the only man alive that can pull off a purple shirt with a monkey on top. Like, really. Then Hyunjin and Han, Felix and Sungmin, and Jongin with Sukizu. And what I just realized and makes me very sad to think of is the fact that Jongin won't have to be alone anymore because they're going to be 8. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I have to make myself sad, you know? Why? Again, I told you my favorite tracks, but yeah, my most favorite of all times is I Am You, and I actually like this track list the best. But yeah, you make Stray Kids Stay and Stray Kids, and then I see myself in you with this even cooler effect. Like, I like that more than the other version. And then credits and my pools, which I'm gonna show you last. Here is the CD. Here is the other way around. It's I Am You. Oh wait, does it mean that this is the U version? If that's actually it, I'm gonna be so smart. Like, I'm gonna think myself of I'm gonna think that I'm so smart, honestly. And yeah, you make Stray Kids Stay and Stray Kids. And now moving on to my polls. So I'm gonna start with a unit card again. And look at that, I got Jisung and Hyunjin, which I found it very cute that they had a unit card together because, as many stays know, they used to be like enemies. But yeah, I forgot to mention that every single card had this like voice message thing that I unfortunately didn't get to listen to because I bought it after MIROH was released, but yeah. And then I got Chan again. Like, he was hunting me basically. He was like, I'm gonna be your bias, and he was damn right. But yeah, he also looks very pale here. And then I got Jonghyun for the other one, and showing you the K-pop market gift. But yeah, some of them are double, as I mentioned in the other clip before. But yeah, that's Hyunjin with Han, MIROH, Jonghyun, Woojin, Sungmin, Felix with Chan, and Stray Kids with Changbin. And then these are all the double ones except Hyunjin and Han, because I gifted that to my best friend that buys his Hyunjin. So yeah, its album came with 5, but I put them together for space, because I don't have enough space basically. Yeah, I'm gonna just very quickly put them back here, and I'm gonna show you the poster that I actually have here with me right now. Okay, I'm gonna move that aside, and because this poster is actually huge. So here it is in all its glory. Let me move you up. Know that there were 3 posters and you got a random one, but yeah, this is the exact same picture that was inside I Am You. And as you can see, it's very big. It's 8 times the album, and the album is also very big compared to others. Like, look at that. That's exactly 8 times the album. This was my I Am You album. Move on to the next clip. Last but not least, as of October 2019, this is MIROH, my latest purchase basically. And this is actually Clay One MIROH, the MIROH version, because back at the time I had no idea there existed more than one version, and I actually found out after it had arrived. I'm planning on buying that soon, and I'm gonna show you guys when I do. So Stray Kids, Clay One MIROH. I'm gonna pull all of my pulls out real quick. And for the random page, I got IN, which I was very shocked because I actually got him quite a few times in this album, and I just really like him, but he was so different in this era. Like, I was not expecting him to grow so much in such a short time. But Stray Kids, mini album Clay One MIROH and their names. And then this is the track list. And my favorite B-sides are probably Sengjongka, Boxer, Chronosaurus and 19. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick 2 of them, and I'm just gonna say Chronosaurus and 19 because I'm a sucker for this kind of songs. So yeah, Bangchan, MIROH and Changbin, Hyunjin, IN, Woojin, and Sungmin, Felix, Han. These were the the units for this photo shoot. And Chan looks so good with his purple hair again. This is like the other side than I Am You, but it looks so good. And Sangbin is also the only human being that could ever pull off this kind of blurred picture, like how hits me. And then Chan, I really like this effect. Then MIROH, Sangbin, again, the only person that could ever pull this off. And then the other unit, Woojin looks cute there when they're supposed to be like hot or something. And this green makes him, I know that Sangbin said it makes him look like Shrek, but I actually like it. But yeah, Hyunjin, Jonghyun. That's also very nice green. Felix, Sungmin, and Han, the other unit, with this very nice blue. Oh, I skipped Felix, sorry. His neon socks look so good for some reason. But yeah, this is also a very cute picture. Like, I don't know what they are doing, but they are cute. And now here it's Stray Kids and their 𝙈𝙪𝙨𝙤𝙘 photos. And can we just talk about how Jeongin looks older than both Felix and Seungmin here, which is crazy. And then it's other units. This is also a very nice photo. And then again the two units together. And then Chan running, and Bangchan, MIROH, and his notes, his thanks to. He wrote much more than I initially expected. But yeah, that's also very nice because it means that he's grateful to stay, and I like that. And again, the notes are in age order, except Chan, who is the leader and goes first. But yeah. Then Lino. And this orange sweater is iconic. When I think of MIROH, I just think of Lino with that sweater and Chan with purple hair, to be honest. Hyunjin, yeah, the previous one was Changbin, I didn't say that. He looks cute there. Like, I don't know how he does it, but he kind of looks cute. And Han. Felix with this very nice yellow mustard kind of color, and Felix is actually the only one that says that writes some English, which I appreciate very much. I wish I could translate them to you guys and read them, but I just don't have enough time to do that. Then Seungmin, and last but not least, Jeongin or Ian, whatever you like to call him. Here. And then it's the track list with the lyrics and credits. Again, most are produced by 𝙈𝙪𝙨𝙤𝙤, you know, like all of them. And then I want to check if any other Stray Kids member produced any, or like helped produce any of the other tracks. And I heard 19 was produced solely by Han. Yeah, that was supposed to be Han's solo, but it turned out to be a Stray Kids song. Like, if it was a 𝙈𝙪𝙨𝙤 song, it would be his solo, I heard. Okay, so here are their drawings for MIROH. And this is Lino's, this is Seungmin's, this is Changbin's, this is Han's, this is Felix, this is Hyunjin's, this is Ian's, this is Woojin's. And look at that, that's Chan's. Like, wow, this boy is full of talents. And Woojin's drawing was also very, very cute. And it's sad that I'm not gonna be seeing any of that again. And Woojin, Ian, Changbin, and Felix also actually drew mazes that actually have an escape. Felix even drew the escape himself. And then Stray Kids thanks to Condes production, credits, blah blah blah. Then an actual back picture or whatever. And then the CD, as you can see, it says MIROH. It's like very shiny. Here it says Stray Kids, Clear One, MIROH. Here it says MIROH and Stray Kids is also in shiny letters. I'm gonna put it here. I think you're supposed to put it like that, and I'm just gonna put it like that from now on. But yeah, now showing you my pulls, and I'm gonna start with this, which is some stickers. It's IMU stickers, which I'm obviously not gonna use because I just like them in here. And then there is this sticker, but yeah, I pulled Changbin sticker, which I'm not gonna use again. And then there is this thing. There are 3 gifts from Kpop Market, which I'm gonna show first. I pulled Jeongin, Seungmin, and all 9 of them, all 9 of them. This is from I Am You, this is from I Am Who, and then I have these cards, and so I'm gonna start with the different one. I'm gonna start with this one. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I got a ton again. This is actually my favorite photo card of Stray Kids that I have pulled so far, at least, because it's just so cute, and it's also a harder like material, unlike the other ones. The other ones were like paper basically. Then there is this card, and 1, 2, 3. I got a Jeonjin. What a surprise! This is the red border Jeonjin, because I heard there is like different versions. I think this is like the selfie version or something, I'm not sure. And then last but not least, Felix. This is the only time I pulled my then bias, which is kind of sad to think about, but yeah, this is my Felix card. And then moving that aside and showing you the poster, because it did come with a poster. Here it is. It's huge, as you can tell. This is it, and it's such a nice poster. It's actually my favorite right now, and yeah, all of them looked very good. And the only thing that kind of like disappointed me was the fact that there was this like extra folding line, like I don't know how to say it differently, but it was folded in the wrong place, I think. And now there is this thing right here, which is right across Felix's face, who used to be my bias at the time, and I was like so mad. So yeah, this is my Kpop collection as of October 2019. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you will click back next time.